Alright, so say I was in the clinic, I had just finished my assessment looking at biomechanics, structure, all that good stuff. So now we're in the part where we're actually going to show you guys how we break down her running gait. So what I have here, I have a couple things. You know, we got our treadmill, but right in front of her I have a TV that's actually going to show her what she's doing real time. So occasionally I'll use that, maybe not all the time, but it's a good tool to give feedback while I'm trying to retrain somebody. And so what we'll do is we'll just kind of start her walking on the treadmill here for just a second. So after I let her warm up, maybe she's already done the bike, or we'll walk here for a few minutes. Whenever she feels comfortable, she's going to bring it up to a speed that's you know, jogging pace or whatever her typical pace is for her runs. And so let's go ahead and start. Now let her run a little bit just before, just so I can kind of get her into her stride. Then I'm going to go in and I'll set the camera up. So what I've done, I've kind of got it on my phone and I'm recording it up here so you can actually see yourself running. And we're going to watch this for maybe 20-30 seconds, get a good clip of her running so we can get some good information that we can break down. So once I've gotten all the info I need from maybe looking at her from the posterior view for binder, I like to move it out to the side. It's going to allow me to look at stride, it's going to show me how far up and down she's going, what her trunk rotation looks like. And so from here I'm going to film just a few seconds. Once I have about 15 to 30 seconds, I'll stop recording here and I'll let her go ahead and bring it down to a walk. And then from here I can actually use my phone. Alright, you can bring it all the way down and we'll hit start again and it'll cut it off. It's kind of a loud treadmill. So once I kind of have everything that I need, I actually on my phone, usually what I'll do is a little bit more in depth. I'll say, you know, hey, I'm going to get this back to you in a day or two, so I can really look at it. But what I like to do in the, you know, right after they run is kind of show them just a few things. And so I got my TV up here, which is really useful for that. And so say I just have this video pulled up. What I can do is show her running in slow motion. And so from this point, we're able to kind of break down on the TV and say, okay, here's where our heel is landing. We can kind of look at what's going on with their trunk rotation. And so I like to really use this video to kind of document all the different things that we see. So I can use this information and kind of in real time I can just make a quick drawing and I can actually see maybe how far out or what angle her leg is landing at. So we can kind of see that maybe her heel is striking just a little bit before her body, which means it's going to put a little bit more stress on the joints as it comes up the kinetic chain or up the leg and into the back. You know, another way I can use it is, again, to kind of, in slow-mo, maybe look at where exactly the other leg kind of lands, you know, if it's a little bit shorter or longer. But I can go through and, like I said, I take about a day or two to really break down all the different angles. And so I can kind of bring it back to them and say, hey, here's what's going on. But, you know, it is very useful the day of, so I can go ahead and build my home exercise plan and say, hey, let's try and maybe, you know, shorten your stride a little bit. Let's run to a metronome. You know, I think of ding, 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 ding. So I can actually kind of play with that stride, maybe shorten that up, and that'll help with if they're having pain, or that can make them a little bit more efficient. And so there's lots of different ways that I can kind of use the tools here, also using real-time feedback to help them either get, you know, better running or better from an injury. And so that's our goal here, is to make people, you know, run better and happier.